welcome to another live. I hope you all are well. It's a beautiful rainy day today. Guys, it's raining cats and dogs where I am, but it's okay because you have to accept every single day and make every single day beautiful. Let me always check my volume to see if it's high. You have to embrace every day and make every single day beautiful. So that's what we're going to be doing today. So, today we're going to talk about a very interesting topic. And this topic is called how to break free of the paycheck to paycheck living. A lot of people are living paycheck to paycheck, you know. I was talking to a good friend of mine and she was saying, "Oh my goodness, those bills, those bills." I know we all are complaining and crying about the bills, and many people are living from paycheck to paycheck. And that's just some people's story for right now because the interest rate has gone up, the pay has not rise. It's the same thing. The food in the grocery stores are super expensive. And so if you're a person who has not been pinching your penny, or you're not very frugal, and now you're suddenly hit with these high prices, it's definitely going to be a difficult situation for you because most people, they don't really, they just go to the store and they buy whatever they want. They don't really, they don't really look at the price. They just like these things and they buy it. But with the price hikes these days, it's like you really have to pay attention to things. So now these same people are being forced to pay attention to the things that they never used to pay attention to before. So this is what's happening. And before even the price hikes occur, some people are already living from paycheck to paycheck. So let's just talk about all that stuff because that's good thing to talk about. Let me just fix my stand here. So these are good things to talk about, and let's share some ideas. Let's see what we can come up with and how we can let's share some good jazz because I'm here to share some good jazz with you guys. So how to break the paycheck to paycheck cycle, and how to save more money, and just be overall financially free. Hi, everybody who is in the live. I hope you guys are well and is happy wherever you guys are. Thanks for joining. I appreciate all of you. Feel free to comment in the comment section, but be respectful in the comment section, okay? So the first point I want to make is that if you're living from paycheck to paycheck, it definitely means that your finances are not organized, right? Your finances are not organized, and you really need to get your finances organized. Unorganized finances causes problems. Yes, King Loco, hit the like button. Hit the like button. Everybody in the live, hit the like button. Gives it a thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Okay, you guys are watching the videos, but you're coming on the live. Many people are watching the videos, but you're forgetting to thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. So that means your finances are unorganized. What happens to unorganized finances? It means that everything is all over the place. So you don't have like a straight line or a straight direction in how your finances will be used. So you just basically spending here, there, everywhere. You know what I mean? You're just spending here, there, everywhere, and you don't know what you're spending on. You're not checking on the amount you're spending. You're not looking to see if you're paying full price, if you're getting sales. Like you're not doing any of that stuff. So you're really unorganized. You don't know if your bills are paid on time. You don't know if the bill increased. Like you're not paying attention to, oh, this month the bills increased at $5 or $10. You just automatically just going about saying, oh, the bill is $1 or $152. This okay, let me just pay that. Like you're not paying attention to what I should be doing. It's like, for example, if I had a light bill, and last month I see my light bill was $80, and then this month I see my light bill was like $112. That would make me go back and say, oh, what happened? How come I have this increase my in my bill? And so I'm gonna go back and see, oh, how much units did I use for this period of time? And I'm gonna check that. But somebody who doesn't have their finances together, doesn't have things right, they don't, oh, the bill is $152. They're just gonna pay it. Oh, the bill is 112. They're just gonna pay it because they're just all over the place. They're so unorganized. Things are not in place. They don't have like a budget. They don't have like, say they have like, oh, I'm using this set of money for that. I'm using this set of money for that. They're just not paying attention. They're just living in the moment. And that's bad. You need to have your finances really, really organized to prevent you from living paycheck to paycheck. Because having your finances organized lets you know what is happening. It tells you every single thing that is happening in your finances. You can set up lots of things. There's certain things online that you can set up for yourself, things that can give you notifications. You can set up things with your bank. There's so much things that you can set up so you get your finances in order. Point number 2 is be aware of your big ticket items. So big ticket items are like your rent, your mortgage, your car payments, what other payments you have, like your light bill, your heating bill if you have one. Like if you're using wood, if you buy wood, you're heating with wood. So that bill, your water bill, your sewage bill, these are big ticketed items. So you have to be aware of your big ticketed items and see whether they're decreasing or whether they're increasing monthly. And then you can say, oh, I think we're using too much water. So let's see how we can decrease the water. Maybe we can start collecting rainwater and use rainwater to water the gardens instead if you use water to water your gardens. Because if you see this month, the water bill was like $200, next month is like $300, it's definitely you using too much water. If you're taking long showers, you need to say, okay, I'm going to take a 5-minute shower instead of a 10 or 12-minute shower. So uh, when you are aware of your big ticketed items, then you're able to break that paycheck to paycheck cycle because you have everything under control. And when everything is under control, your finances will be much more in order, and you'll be able to see where every penny in yours is going, and you see how you can save money, because you will see when things go up, you will see when things go down, you will see when you use less things, and you will see when you use more things. For example, last month the water bill was $80. You're like, whoa, $80. You're gonna start thinking, oh, what did we do last month? Oh, we didn't water the lawn, we didn't water the gardens, we didn't we was away, so wasn't taking showers at home. So you can see all of that stuff. You can put two and two together and say, okay, if we don't water our lawn, if we don't water the trees, then obviously our bills are lower. So you're going to take that into stock and say, how can I still save some more money? Let me see how I can collect some rain barrels. Let me see I can get some containers to collect water. You know what I'm saying? And you're going to take those steps, and your water bill is going to be going down to $70. Maybe it's going to go down to $60. You know what I mean? Your light bill, if you see your light bill is like $100 and then the next month is like $300, you'd be like, no, you know what? I got to take the lamp out. I got to take the light out. If I'm not in a room, I'm not going to keep the light on. Some people like to leave lights on in the hallway when they're sleeping. Oh, we should take that light off. If we're in one room, let's just have a light here. If you're not in the basement, let's close that light off. Let's unplug things that are not being used, especially we live in big houses, and we have the basement, we have upstairs, we have downstairs, all lights are on during the night. It's like let's just like recycle. Yes, let's recycle. Okay, yes. And let's not be wasting electricity. Do your laundry when it's not peak time, in the evening time after 7, I think. It's when it's better to do laundry because it's cheaper. Do your laundry at that time. All those big ticket items that cost money, like, yeah, see how you can um, lessen on those things. I mean, rent, even rent. If you're aware of your rent, and say you're living in a building, like I was living in a building years ago when I was living in an apartment, and I had my, I was renting, and they will come and I was living in this big building, and I was living on the first floor. I was living on the first floor. No, I was living on the fifth floor. I was living on the fifth floor, and the rent was more expensive upstairs. It was a little bit bigger, you know, and it was just nicer upstairs. So I'm like, okay, but they start fixing different apartments in the building, and I'm saying, okay, the apartment that are lower, like on the first floor, the cheapest apartments are on the first floor, because like the first level. So I'm saying, okay, let me see how I can get an apartment on the first floor because it was so much cheaper. So they came and they were fixing some of the apartments on the first floor. And I'm like, this is my opportunity. And once they fix it, I asked the people who were fixing, I said, oh, can I have a look at the apartments on the first floor? And he says, okay, come in and look. I went in and I look, and I'm like, they look pretty good. You know, it's on the first floor. And the reason they were renting the first floor for cheaper because the first floor wasn't like when you use more heat because it's everything. There was nobody in the bottom sending heat, right? So the first floor was really really cheap. I think it was like um, a couple of $100. Really, it was really really cheap, like compared to upstairs. Upstairs was more expensive down, so it was pretty like $200 less than upstairs. So I was like, okay, this is a big ticket item. Let me see how I can save money there. So I called the company. I said, listen, I am upstairs. I've been up there for I think a year or two. I've been up there. I want to move downstairs. He says, oh, you want to move downstairs? I'm like, he says, but you know, downstairs is not that. You have to use more heat downstairs because it's on the first floor. There's nobody at the bottom of you sending heat up to you. So you know your heat is going to be higher. I said, it's no problem, but the rent is like $200 cheaper. He says, yeah. That, that's a perk about living on the first floor. So I moved downstairs. I moved downstairs to the first floor, and my rent was super, super cheap. And I just, the heating system was in the hallway, so it was very bad because there was no heating system like inside the bedrooms themselves. But what I did was I got some small heaters that was not pulling a lot of electricity. And then we had a heater in the kitchen. The kitchen had a heater, and the bathroom had a heater inside of it, like a built-in heater. But the bedrooms and the living room didn't have a heater. No, it never heater in the living room either. No, we had heat. Yeah, yes, there was a heater in the living room because we had a long window in the living room and there was a heater there. But the rooms didn't have any heater in them, bedrooms. So we decided to get some small heaters, and that's what we used. And we didn't, honestly, the bill was not very high at all. We were warm. When we just moved in, we couldn't figure it out because the hallways were always warm, and you know, and then the rooms were cold. And then we decided to bring those heaters in, and it was good. We had used like a big heater before, and it was making our electricity bill like go up high. And we got rid of the big heater, and we got some smaller ones, and then the electricity bill was fine. So if you're aware of your big ticket items and you're like looking to lower your big ticket items, then that's a good way to get a lower rent. If you live in a building, like I said, and you can get lower rent if the different parts of the building has lower rent, is better. Or moving into a smaller unit. Like if you live in a 2 bedroom and you're not using like the space up there, and the 1 bedroom is smaller, or if you live in a 3 bedroom and the 2 bedroom is smaller, then you just move down. So you your rent is less. So I'm talking about big ticket items. So that's gonna help you to break the paycheck to paycheck. Because if you're renting somewhere for $1,000 or $1,500 and upstairs, and then downstairs like $1,000 or $900, you're saving money. That money can go into a saving account for rainy days. So you have to look at things like that. Point number 3 is track your expenses. Many people do not track the expenses. Look, there are online trackers. The bank can help you track your expenses. They have apps that you can sign up to and things like that. There'll be notifications. Like I get notifications all the time. Oh, your account is under $1,000. Your account is under $3,000. Your account has passed the $5,000 mark. You know what I'm saying? So you consistently get alerts so you know what is going ahead. So you can log into your account and see, hey, okay, what did I do? What did I spend? What did I buy? And it alerts you. You know, it tells you, like, say you have $500, says, oh, you only have $50 in your account. It gives you an alert. So you know, okay, I have to stop spending. I can't be buying this. I can't be buying that. Or there are apps online where you can, track what you're spending. You can just go log in and see, okay, I bought milk, I bought cheese, I bought eggs. How much is that? All those apps and stuff, you can log into them and you can get them and you can use them. and they'll be very, very valuable to you. There's also apps that if you go grocery shopping, you just plug in everything that you buy, and it shows you the grand total. You can just put it in. It shows you the total of the stuff, so you have an idea of, okay, I spend this on Monday, I spend $105. Tuesday I spend $50. Saturday I spend $20. Sunday I spend 12.50. And then you can add it up at the end of the week, and you're like, oh, I spent X amount of money, and the week I gotta cut down on that because my money is kind of running down. You know what I'm saying? So like, pay attention to your finances, track your expenses, so you know what's going ahead. The next point is point number 4: get a side hustle. There's so much side hustles out there that you can do. If you're a lover of dogs, you can be a dog walker. You can walk people dog. You can make money. You can be a house sitter. You can house sit people houses when they travel, when they go away. You can be an animal sitter. If you like cats, you like dogs, whatever animals you like, little pets like hamsters, all kind of animals, fishes. People want sitters when they travel, and so you can just put an ad up, and you can find a side hustle. There's so much side hustle. You can do. Um, just find one that you enjoy. You can be a babysitter. You can be a overnight. How you call that? Like, the elderly people, they need people to stay with them at night. Night sitters. You can be a night sitter once, two, three times a week. And yeah, you can just make extra money, and then you won't be living from paycheck to paycheck. You don't have to be working like your regular job and then working that 3 days a week. You can just work that 3 days a week or 2 days a week, depends on what the pay is, or 4 days a week. It depends on how much hours you're going to work and what you're making. You know what I'm saying? Just to make the extra cash, or you can put it away, or you can just catch up on stuff that you're kind of behind in. And once you catch up on them, then that's going to be extra money for you to just put aside for a rainy day. So get a side hustle. Point number 5 is like, change your behavior and your habits. A lot of us have habits that is not conducive to our wallets. You understand? We have habits that we're spending more money and we are bringing in less money. So income is less than our expenditure. So we have to change our habits and our style. Some of us, like they say back home, your eyes are too big, your eyes are too bright. It's like, it means that it means that you, every time you see something, you want it. Every time you see something, you want to buy it. And you really don't have the money, you don't really have the means. You're putting yourself in consistent debt because you're not living based on what money you have in your wallet. You're always borrowing, using your credit card. You're living in debt consistently, or paycheck to paycheck. As soon as you get your paycheck, your paycheck is done because you already like borrow or credit, so you have to pay off that bills. So that's basically that. And that's what you don't want to be doing. So change your habit. A good way to change your habit is cooking from scratch. Maybe many people, they don't pay attention to cooking from scratch, but cooking from scratch is such a good thing to do, because you're able to put the ingredients that you want in your food, and you're able to cook more food and have leftovers for many days instead of buying one meal. So if you're going to go there, buy a meal for $16, that's it, and you eat it. But if you decide to cook from scratch and take that same $16, you go to the store, you buy some chicken, you buy some rice, you buy some vegetables, or whatever it is, you're like, you can buy some spaghetti. Spaghetti is like $2.19 when it's not on sale. Usually when it's 99 cents when it's on sale. But if it's not, you can buy some like a packet of spaghetti. You can buy a cabbage for like $2, because cabbage is like 89 cents a pound. So you can buy 2 pounds of cabbage. You can buy a whole cabbage, for $2.19. You understand? You can buy a can of peas for $1.69. Like, you can spend that $16 well and create yourself a very nice meal. You can go into if you like fish, you can go in the fish section and have just one cut of fish for like $5.49, or $6. You can even buy some mincemeat. Walmart has mincemeat for a pound for $6. So you can spend your $16 and buy uh, a real items to cook a real meal, and you have leftovers. If you cook a 500 grams spaghetti, you can portion that out and have spaghetti for 3 days. If you Yeah, 3 days, that could make like 3 portions of spaghetti. And if you make meat sauce or whatever you're going to make, yeah, you can have that in your fridge for a week. So yeah, we have to think wise and change your spending behavior, change your habits, and see how you can keep the dollar in your pocket and see how you can shop smart and see how you can make make the dollar stretch. So yeah. Point number 6 is stop being a slave to consumerism. Now, stop buying things that you do not need. Stop buying things uh, on sale. Stop, like you don't need that. Like it's not necessary for you to have it. It's you're just buying it because for buying sake. You're just buying it because it's cheap. You just buying it because, and there's no reason to buy it. You don't need something while you're buying it. Something is cheap. Don't buy it because it's cheap. Buy it because it's an absolute necessity. Buy it because you need it. You know what I'm saying? But don't just go there like buying things. This is called unintentional spending. You're unintentionally spending your money instead of keeping it. Like you go there, you see some jeans is $5. You buy the full pair of jeans for $20. Like you already have six, seven, eight, nine pair of jeans. You don't really need that $5 pair of jeans. Maybe if you buy one pair of jeans because you need a color, maybe all your jeans are blue and you're looking for a white one and that white one is $5. That's okay. But don't go there and buy like now five pair of white jeans for $5 because it's on sale. That $15 you could use it somewhere. Maybe you can use that $15 to do something else. You know, you may want to add that to your phone bill. You know, you just maybe your phone bill is $35. You just need $20 to add to it and you pay your phone bill. Like you have to look at the small picture instead of the big picture when you decide to spend your money. So just like change your habits and your behaviors and see what you can cut down on and stop being like spending on not intentionally. Because when you go there to money, you want to be intentional with your money. You want to be like, okay, this is a good purchase. I'm happy with it. I this is something that I wanted to do. This is something that is gonna last me for a long time, or this is something that is how can you say it's a plus, another negative for me. So that's how you have to kind of look at things. Now, to save more money, and to stop living from paycheck to paycheck, you have to be drastic. You have to take drastic measures. So, point number 7 is freeze your credit card. Freeze your credit card, freeze your credit. And this is something many people do not take advantage of. You guys don't do that. I know you don't do that. Do you know that you can freeze your credit? Freeze your credit. You just call the bank and say, listen, I want to freeze my credit card. I want to freeze this. I want to freeze that. That means you cannot spend it. Put a freeze on it. They will do it for you. So you go and swipe your card. It's not going to work. It's just going to say declined or negative balance, something like that. But you can have that option if you so in debt, you so have problems, and you just want to get out of this paycheck to paycheck grind. You know, you want to come up above water. You want to make sure your head is above water, and you have some kind of emergency fund. You want to get yourself together. So freeze it. And many people either they don't know about it or they think maybe they can't do that, but that's something that you can do, and that would really help you. So point number what point are we at now? Point number 8, get a low credit card balance. So the biggest problem with most individual is your credit card balance is too high. You like you have a credit card for $15,000 or $20,000. This is too much. That's gonna lead you to temptation and cause you to spend money that's on it. If you know you're a person that spends a lot of money, you like to buy stuff, limit yourself to a credit card maybe to $1,000 or $1,200 or $500. No, you would buy stuff. You're not gonna prevent you from buying stuff, but you would not get yourself into greater debt. Like if you have a credit card of $15,000, $20,000, you just spending, and you're gonna be in $15,000 or $20,000 worth of debt. But if you're a credit card of $1,200, $500, that's just $1,200, or just $500. It's not gonna take you a long time to pay off. So that's gonna stop you from getting yourself into greater debt. So you can do that. And when you pay off a credit card, say you want to keep that credit card, you can lower the amount of money I have on a credit card. You just need to call the bank and say, listen, I know how this credit card it has $15,000 on it. I just want to lower it to 2,000 or 3,000. And that's basically that. And that's basically what you do. And they won't have a problem telling you yes to do it. So you can do that. These are options that you have. Many people, they have all this, credit cards and stuff, and they think, oh, the $15,000 is good because it's gonna be for an emergency. You're gonna fly, take an emergency flight. Something happened. Maybe your parents is sick or something. You need to buy tickets. So you don't have money at the time. You have a lot of money on that credit card. But it is a good, but it's a bad thing if you're in some kind of situation and you don't have the money, you may lose your job or whatever, and you keep spending on those credit cards, and the interest rates are just terrible, 22%, 21%. It's not helping anybody. It's just dragging you down into debt. So we have to be careful with this credit card. So lower your credit cards and have a credit card that you really can manage. Point number 9 is stop comparing your life with others. A big problem people have is living from paycheck to paycheck is they're comparing themselves to other people. Oh, he has this thing, he has that, or her, she has that. Or, you know what I'm saying? And you just keep comparing yourself, and you are not at that stage or at that place in life. And many people don't like, they don't understand that you are just not at that place in life. You will get there sometime, but just not right now. You may see somebody driving a beautiful van, they have all that stuff like that, but you don't know where they came from to have that stuff. Or maybe they're just at that stage in their life now where they finally, after all those years, they get a good job and they got the finances together and now they can really splurge on themselves. So don't look at that person and say, oh man, you know, look at them. I want to have that stuff. No, you need to take your time, take patience, take baby steps, and work your way up to stages in life so that you won't have this problem, and don't look at others, but look at yourself. Look at the direction that you want to go. Look at the goals that you have set for yourself and see how you can achieve them in the time that you set for yourself instead of focusing on other people and what they have, which will tempt you to go spend money, which would tempt you to spend money that you don't have, which would tempt you to purchase things that you do not need and make you spend money on impulse, or just spend money because oh, I'm feeling sad today, and look, you saw that person and you're like, oh my gosh, look at this nice shoe she's wearing. I always wanted that shoe. You just like, you let that jealousy bug bite you, and then before you know it, you'll be buying these shoes, and then at the end of the month, you're crying because that money you spend, you really didn't have it. You need to pay a bill, and now the bill is in the negative, or your bank account is in the negative. So all that kind of stuff, like be satisfied with such thing that you have. I was telling one little girl a couple of days ago, like you need to be satisfied with such thing that you have. Every time we're in the classroom, and we make things and we give the kids, she always want more. She want more. Like you could give her, you could make some beautiful craft and you give it to her, and everybody's happy with the craft. She's not happy. Yo, can I have another one? Can I have a pink one? Can you make me this one? I keep telling her, be satisfied with such thing that you have. And these habits and this attitude, they start from young. You can see these things in children. And if you don't break that things off, when we become adults, we have these same things inside of us, and we take it with us in as adults, and that's how we have problem. We have debt. We have all this baggage, living from paycheck to paycheck, borrowing money. You go into the cash, I don't know how they call this, cash places, and you're borrowing money. When you get a paycheck, you have to pay them back. You have to pay with interest. Like, no, you don't want to be in this financial situation. Point number 10 is stop being scared of change. People are so scared of change. Oh, I love this job. I've been in it for 20 years, but the job is not supplying your needs. The job is not allowing you to save money. The job is not allowing you to live freely as you want to be. So it is time to start searching for another job. You're not going to leave that job that you're in until you find another job. But you're going to take steps and say, okay, let me see how I can maybe take a course. Let me see how I can do some self-improvement courses. Let me see how I can maybe ask around in the company to see if I can get a promotion. Let me see what I can do with here first and see if I can improve myself, if I can get a better position. And if that doesn't work, then you look outside and get a better position, a better job, and you move on. But some people, they don't like change. They're like, oh, I've been here, I know everything, I know everybody here, I'm so familiar with this environment, I don't want to move. But you're not happy. That job that you're working in, it's not supplying your needs. It's not allowing you to live the life that you envision. So change is not bad. Change is good if you do it the right way. if you have a plan for the change that you want to make, when you execute the change, it will be okay. But don't just change things. Oh, I'm quitting this job because I don't like it. Well, you don't have a new job and now you will be jobless. Oh, I'm quitting this apartment. I'm gonna go stay with my friend. Well, in a 2 3 weeks, you live by your friend. Your friend's gonna get tired of you and say, "Man, when you're gonna get a job? When you're gonna move out of my place? You know, I want some privacy or whatever, whatever." Like, don't do things on the spur of the moment. Make sure you have a plan A, a plan B, and a plan C. You understand? So that's basically that. And you get a better paying job, like I said. Move. People are like scared to move. Oh, I love this apartment. I love this place, but this place is not doing you any good. Actually, this place is expensive. This place is draining money from me every single month. You know, so like I said, I moved downstairs because I wanted a cheaper rent. I wanted to save money, so I moved downstairs. Now I already tell you here on this channel, like my life has to be for me. I have to be enjoying my life. If I'm not enjoying my life, well, I'm gonna do something about it, and that's just that. You know, move to another location. I already said that. Move to another location, move to another area, go scout out areas and say, oh, let's see how is these areas. Oh, how long it's gonna take me to drive from this place to this place. Oh, my job is 15 minutes away. If I move over here, oh, it's gonna add 5 more minutes, it's gonna be 20 minutes. But this place over here is like $2,000. That place over there is like 1,200. Oh, it's only a 5 minutes further. So go and take that place because it's cheaper for you and it's better. You're gonna save so much money. You in paying $1,200 instead of paying I'm paying $2,000. You're saving a whole $800 for you. So look at all that stuff because at the end of the day, you need money. Everybody need money to survive. The next point is have a plan. Budget for more. When you're doing your budget, a budget for more. If you say you're gonna buy food, okay, every week I'm gonna spend $110 for food. Budget $120 and do not plan to spend $120. Plan to spend $100. You know, and make your grocery list to fit in with that $100. Now you may go to the store and prices may rise and you may spend $105. That's okay. But you still have that extra $15 because your budget is for $120. You understand? So budgeting for more instead of less and spending less also helps you to save some extra money because you're thinking like long term. You're thinking about prices have risen or whatever, so just have a little extra. It's like I don't know if I told here on the channel I talk about. Yes, I did talk about that. I talk about my gas money. Like every month I put my gas money aside and I always like put more money than what I need for gas because I'm thinking sometimes the gas go up, sometimes the gas is down. But when I was working in a far distance, I used to budget like $125, you know. And when I'm closer now, I'm budgeting like half of that, and I'm saying, okay, I need to budget a little bit more, you know. So that's what I do. So if I don't spend like say for a week, I just use $100, then I have $25 left. And that $25, I leave it. And then the next week, I add it to my $125, you know? And so I keep going with my gas money. And so I always have gas money available because I'm just not spending my gas money. That money is for my gas. I budget a little bit more. When gas prices are high, I have that extra money there to use, but I keep putting the money in my budget, and whatever is left over, I keep adding it to my budget. So I'm always at a plus instead of a negative. And I know people, they don't budget for gas. They're just like, oh, they just go to the gas station and they just pump gas and that's what they gas. But I like to budget for gas. Gas prices are very high. I like to budget at least like $400 to $500 a month for gas now, because if you're driving to work 45 minutes to go, 45 minutes to come back, or 30 minutes to go, like gas prices are very high. So I like to budget high for gas. If I use it, I use it. I don't use it, well, it's there. It just keep overflowing. You know what I'm saying? To fill my tank, I'm paying about 75 bucks. about $75 to fill my tank. And when I fill my tank, it lasts me like a week. Yeah, my if I don't drive, if I don't go anywhere further away from where I'm working, I just go to the grocery, I go to the store, and I just in the neighborhood where I am, and I go to work and I come back. I can use a full gas tank for the entire week because I'm not going too far. But if I decide to go further, I'm going to need to fill up my gas tank up. Not all the way up, but I need to spend another $30 more, maybe $40 more. So it adds up. I mean, before gas price was much lower and you didn't really have to worry about that. But now you have to be, even you have to watch like where you're going, how far you're driving, how much you use in your vehicle. So yeah, budgeting a little bit more for gas is better than budgeting less, because if you budget $75 and then you need $100, then you're negative $30. So where's that $30 coming from? So you have to like finances is deep. It's not very simple, but you have to wrap your head around it and you have to figure that out, because that's the only way you're gonna not be living from paycheck to paycheck. And another thing, when it comes to living from paycheck to paycheck, a lot of people are just like, oh, I'm gonna get a paycheck next week. But what about if you lose your job and there's no paycheck? What's gonna happen to you? So that's what this thing is, a risky thing. It's very risky living from paycheck to paycheck. Very risky. And I don't advise anybody to be doing that. It's too risky. The next point is point number 11, 12. Get a gas discount card. Like, I don't know if you guys don't know about gas discount cards, but gas discount cards are very, very good. They save you money. We have one for 5 cents off every liter. Okay. So we only buy gas at this gas station because we get 5 cents off every liter of gas that we buy. So if you buy 10 liters of gas and you get 5 cents off 10 liter, that's 50 cents. Okay. So it may seem like a little bit, but it adds up over time. Tiny, tiny, 50 cents, 50 cents, 50 cents adds up, you know? So get a gas card. If you're a military person, get a military card also, because military, they also get discounts. So sometimes it's 10%, sometimes it's 5%, but there's a lot of discounts for military families. And you can get lots of discount when it comes to gas and different things. So if you're military, use your military things to your own advantage. We have military discounts, so we're military family. And so we just use it to our advantages. We get discount for gas, we get discounts for clothes and shoes and different things. We get discount for it. So just use it, because every penny in this society today, this high price time, it counts. So use that. So take advantage of it. Point number 13 is cut up your credit card if you cannot control your spending. A lot of you cannot control your spending, so I'd advise you to cut up your credit card. Just cut it up and don't bother call the bank for another one. I'm telling you, just leave it as it is. If it's gonna be expired, you need to get a new one in 2025, because that's when it's gonna that's the time it's gonna expire. Just leave it. If you're in a big emergency and you need to travel or something, then you call and you get a new one, and as soon as you come back, you cut it up again. Like, you have to take steps to control your own self and your own spending to prevent you from living from paycheck to paycheck. Okay. And I did that a couple of times. Cut up the credit cards because I just want to spend money. I don't want the temptation. Right now I have a credit card and I'm like, I'm gonna freeze it or cut it up in pieces. I have to decide what I'm gonna do, because I just can't afford to get myself in debt. You understand what I'm saying? So that's basically that. Something else that you can do to prevent yourself from living from paycheck to paycheck is taking the initiative to saving your bonuses. Now, many of you work in places where you get bonuses. And I would suggest that when you get your bonuses, instead of spending it, say, oh, I got my bonus and now I'm going to buy a car. Oh, we're going to go out to dinner, the entire family. Don't do stuff like that. Okay. It may seem nice. It may seem like a nice event you're treating your family, but really the money is going to somebody else. You're going to take your entire family and your extended family out and spend $250 when you can actually maybe use $70 or $60 of that same money, and you can make a nice home cooked dinner and everybody enjoy themselves and have leftover. So just think smart. I'm not saying that you're not ever going to take your family out and do anything with them. But when you're living from paycheck to paycheck, these are just some options that is not available to you. It's just not, okay? So when you get your bonuses, put your bonuses away. Put your bonuses into a saving account. Put your bonuses into a bond in account where it's like for a year. You can do a bond for a year. You can do a bond for a year and a half. You can't take the money out until it's mature, which is going to be a year or a year and a half. And this is a way to prevent yourself from temptation, from just spending money. Or you can put that money into another account, which has not a card, but it has like a bank book. Yes, the bank book is still available. If you want a bank book, you can actually get one. You don't have to have a card. You can get a bank book. And you can take that to the bank and to get your money out. But many of you is not going to want to drive all the way to the bank, bring your bank book to take money out. It's going to be inconvenient for you, right? You don't want to do that. You just want to have the card. You go to the machine, now you get your money out. You understand? But if you know you're this kind of person who spends money and you keep living from paycheck to paycheck, I suggest when you get your bonuses, you open an account and do that. So you must go into the bank to take out money. This is going to deter you. You'll be like, oh man, I have to go inside the bank. Oh, I have to drive all the way to the bank to get my money. Nah, you're not going to be doing that. You're going to be very careful with that. And the last point I want to make is take note of the vehicle you buy and the gas that your vehicle uses. Many of you buy vehicles. And do you take note of the gas that is being used? Is it premium or regular? Honestly, guys, put a comment in the comment section and tell me. Do you, when you go there and you buy a car, do you ask the people what gas does it use, regular or premium? I guess that one must have stunned you guys. I'll make sure none of you ever ask that, but that's an important thing that you should ask. It is. My son bought a car and the car used premium. That's all. So now he has a car that only uses premium gas and he's paying a lot of money for gas because the gas prices are high. The premium gas is high, you know. But these are things that you should ask when you're buying a vehicle because regular gas is much cheaper than premium gas. Now, if you're a person, you're single, you don't have all this baggage, you don't have kids, you don't have all this thing, and you have money, yeah, do whatever you want. This is your life. You can do it to suit you once you're happy. But if you're living from paycheck to paycheck, be wise. And I hope you take some of those tips that I tell you and implement it. Because if you implement all these tips that I tell you, in a couple of months, you will be not living from paycheck to paycheck. You'll be much more comfortably in your finances, and your life will be much pleasing to you. You'll be more excited to go out there and work. You'll be much more happier to take a day off. You know, you'll be less stressed because you don't have that, that anxiety, that anxiousness saying, oh my gosh, I can't wait to get my pay. God forbid the company says, oh, we're having a glitch or issue. You can't get paid this week. What's going to happen to you? What's going to happen to your family? Like, yeah, you can't be living on the edge. Living paycheck to paycheck is really living on the edge. And you have to stop yourself from living on the edge because living on the edge is not good. Any minute you can fall over, okay? Fall over and lose everything or even die. Yeah. In a literal sense. You understand? So guys, I hope all these tips were helpful. And I hope you use some of these tips and you break free of yourself from paycheck to paycheck living, and you put yourself in a position where you have that extra money and you're much more happier and you're living a life that you're contented with and less stress, and you're working towards your goal and your future plans. All right. So everybody in the live, thank you. I would not answer any question that is not appropriate. So sorry, no. Yes, King, please smash that like button, everyone. Thanks for reminding them. Hello, Imogan. Hi, Space Boy. Hi. Yes. Yes. Smash that like button. Yes. Remind them to smash the like button. Thank you so much. So, guys, be blessed. Have an awesome afternoon, and I'll see you in the next live. And don't forget to comment, and don't forget to go to the website www.russicanclassic.com to order all your holiday gifts and your Black Friday gifts. Okay? Ciao, ciao, my friends. See you in the next one. Bye bye.